Hey guys, Crew Blind Wave, I'm Eric.
Rick.
I'm Calvin.
Aaron.
And we're back with House of the Dragon. Last time
Dang.
on, we had a hunt. We
Yeah.
had some boar.
We had a white stag.
Well, we didn't get it.
We had war.
We got a
did
regular
see it,
stag.
though.
We had to stab it a couple times.
The white stag saw her.
Yeah, yeah, it did. The, what's it called? Heart?
White heart.
The white heart. And we had a battle with Daemon making a war crime by having the white flag and then kill everybody.
Yes.
But it's Daemon. That's what he does, right? And he took out the crab feeder. Actually, yeah, he literally took the crab feeder, or at least half of them, out of that cave.
He did?
Yep. We had a poll too. Are you a fan of the time skips in House of the Dragon? Or do you prefer the more serialized format of Game of Thrones? Overwhelmingly, 85% say time skips. 85. That's a
So
lot.
they're like, do it. Cut out the boring stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like time skips, then you don't like the original Game of Thrones series because people would just teleport all the time.
That's a space skip, not a time skip.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but the time that it would take them to get there was skipped.
Jordan Malley says, it depends. If the storyteller feels the events in the 6 months or 3 years isn't relevant to the story, then it makes sense to skip it. I'm for whatever a well-paced story calls for. Skips are working so far.
Yeah,
Agree.
they are working great.
This is a good point, though. Stormer says, I don't want to lose the actors playing Rhaenyra and Alicent, so I say serialize. That is a thing. Like,
Sure.
Sure,
I love
they
the-
skip too far in the future. Then
I really enjoyed watching The Crown, but
yeah,
there was a time I was like, oh, not watching anymore. All my favorite people are dead. Not dead, but gone.
they've been recast.
Are pure Targaryens longer lived?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
The only long-lived people we've really seen has been like, and maybe there were some Targaryens. They did like blood and fire magic, so it's possible. Well, we had man, what's the name of the red? Yeah, Melisandre.
Melisandre.
She was
She was
long-lived,
long-lived,
but also
and
kind of
the
an illusionist, right?
three-eyed raven.
How
Yeah.
old was that guy in the tree?
Three-eyed
Three-eyed
raven.
raven.
Yeah, pretty old.
Was he a Targaryen?
Yeah,
See?
He was.
yeah, you're right.
But it's not because he was a Targaryen.
You know what?
Melisandre definitely wasn't.
I concede. You're right.
Got it.
Have I talked about chocolate milk and how great it is?
It's pretty great. I have like a
You
mocha.
can have those. Those aren't chocolate milk.
Be careful.
That's not
The
exactly
more you
chocolate.
talk something up, the more likely you are to destroy it. Like your
Ow.
sandwich.
Chocolate
man.
milk.
Your
as
ankle.
An institution.
This has
Right.
a cap.
That day, he was like, you know what's the strongest? My ankle is the strongest part
I
of my
never
body.
said that.
Yep.
You know what it can do? Yeah. Shouldn't say stuff about sandwiches and ankles, Calvin. That milk's gonna spill all over the table.
Only because you uncap it and dump it over. Ow.
Lauded Elam says, this story simply cannot be told without spanning decades. Time skips are inevitable, and I think they're doing a fine job.
See, like, it can work really well with Lord of the Rings, because you got, like, elves that can just live forever.
Yeah.
But when you have just people that are going to be dead here in possibly 20 years, 30 years, whatever it is, it really is. Because this king's infected with shit.
Yeah.
Like,
But
he could be dead in 2 years.
it's like Crusader Kings. Like
No,
you,
it just gets up to here.
or Pendragon. You just follow the children. And then you follow their children.
Sure,
Yeah.
but you lose the actors and peoples. Then you have less connection.
But I'm
Keep
always in
changing.
control.
But you also lose the bad actors, too.
I don't have anyone that's bad acting right now.
Yeah, everybody's pretty solid.
Like all the Targaryen people.
We'll end with David. David has a good point. Like, time jumps just need a caption of how many years later.
So far, yeah, it's been like
Yeah.
6 months since yada yada. It's
Yeah.
like, 2 years old. And he's like, well, I guess we're about 2 years later, you know? It's-
Yeah, I mean, I personally like whenever you have, lower third titles of where you are sometimes, especially if there's no map in the beginning, which there isn't. Or you have something like in Rings of Power, and they literally just show you a map. They're like, all right, you were here, now we're going here. You
Yeah,
know?
but I feel like for me, sometimes I want them to do that more.
Yeah.
They did it like the first time, and then they never showed it again. And I was like, wait, I need to remember where I
Yeah.
was for this to this.
Well, we have our Westeros map. If we get confused, we'll be ready. Make sure you guys stick around for the discussion. But first, the reaction.
Hello, my sweet lady.
These are architects.
Oh, okay.
And tell me, Lord Dondarrion,
Dondarrion,
do you think
huh?
my great grandmother is beautiful as they say?
This was half a century ago, Princess.
Unseemly, Princess.
The man is older than my father. It's unseemly for him to put himself forward as a contender for my hand.
Never mind.
Suitors.
Yes.
Architects of love.
They want to build a marriage.
Well,
Aaron?
from one
I'm
extreme
a child.
to the next.
House Aaron?
Blackwoods are an ancient house with a formidable army.
My princess. Ours is a bond that has long endured. Since Lucas Blackwood, the grandsire of my grandsire, aided the dragon in his war of conquest.
Aye, the Blackwoods truly turned the tide on that one.
Let us have the next. So we may go to supper.
He's my favorite so far. Oh, shit!
We're leaving.
Ride or die.
We're leaving. Did
Any opportunity to leave.
the big guy die?
Yeah! Fuck!
Good.
Wow. The Blackwood.
Ugh!
Deserved.
Shows violence today.
Deserved.
Right? I like that kid.
Yeah.
The Blackwood.
Whoa,
Yeah.
look at that ship. It's got a... What the fuck is that?
It's quite
Gazebo.
It's got a gazebo.
A gazebo.
It's not a gazebo.
It's got a gazebo,
enclosed.
baby.
I think it's a planetarium.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No one said dragon. So.
Oh, Daemon. What are you doing, buddy?
Is this his opportunity?
He's just a dick. But he's returned to King's Landing. Is he crowned?
Yeah.
Something.
He's wearing a crown? In the Red Keep?
I like the shot of her like shadowing him.
Yeah.
Can't tell what it's made of. Bone?
Looks bone to me.
Yeah.
You wear a crown. You also call yourself king.
Once we smash the triarchy, they name me King of the Narrow Sea.
Ah.
Who holds the stepstones?
The tides, the crabs, and 2,000 dead triarchy corsairs staked to the sand to warn those who might follow.
Well, you're no better than the old guy.
Rise.
No, you gotta slap him first.
I think I like him better with the short hair. Aw. Clap, Rick! You're at court. Kill him!
Why'd you use target on him?
Neither of us were clapping.
I will not revisit this debate. You were always mother's favorite. No, makes no great
They're the gods would. Huh. Interesting.
Perhaps Prince Daemon would care for a tour of the gallery. He hasn't yet seen the new tapestries gifted to you by nobles and court.
Would you like to see the tapestry?
That's such a brother thing.
I'd like to see
You could tell they kind of missed each other. That's cool.
Oh, well, then you should not deprive yourself.
I shall enjoy the length.
He's not happy that she's here, huh?
She just wanted to see the tapestry.
She's supposed to be on her tour. Yeah, food just right there.
Yeah, man. That's why I was excited earlier.
Hey, man.
Comfortable in this home.
I know by the tree though. It's cool.
My father seems content to sell me off to whichever lord.
So it's been another year.
There are worse things to be sold for.
Balusut, etiana de mariusut vete la sagan postas. Abrasut vegitsus.
Pevni Erixos Jailan, Nike, Nuho, Pradasmo, Brasilio, Dele, Uno, Go, Daradex.
Una no hataranni applicato di seitax. Parseri morcapotas. Encos voces potilum daor.
Eoa, Munia, Mastas, Dir, Mundasmeister.
The stepstones were meant to be one for the realm, but over the past few days, it seems we have traded a crab feeder for a sea snake.
This is clearly a rebuke for passing over Lady Lena for Queen Alicent.
Lord Corlys is said to have engaged in negotiations with the Sea Lord of Bravos. He plans to wed his daughter Lena to the Sea Lord's son. We would have to seek our own marriage pact.
So
Forcing his hand.
Is Lannister on the High Council? That's one of the twins.
the brother.
The
Right?
twins.
Yeah. Okay. So he must have replaced the Master of Ships. Okay, I missed that.
Good night, Sir Kristen.
Sleep well, Princess.
Man, that'd be tiring.
Just standing there.
Standing there in all that armor. Just.
It's a very honored and coveted position.
Yeah, but then he has to follow her around the next day. Like, I'd be tired. Whose clothes are these?
Uh-huh.
It's a secret passage letter. Put on these clothes and sneak out through the secret door. Whoa.
Can you imagine just finding that in your house?
Right?
I'd love it.
I would love it. I dreamed about that type of thing.
Yeah, but...
But also, I have a whole level in my house I don't use. I think about that all the time.
I wanna change my house. Make them in there.
So this is gonna be like the exit that Arya found with the cat.
Yeah.
The cat?
Yeah, remember she was chasing the cat and like ended up outside the castle?
To the fuck house.
What?
Where else does he go?
Yeah, there's
Told
the
ya.
fuck house.
Night magicians!
We'll make it disappear.
I was gonna say that.
It is busy.
Is some guy being robbed down there?
Yep.
Stabbed and robbed.
Remember last time Daemon was here, he just fucking killed everyone? Because of debauchery?
Oh. It's either
Three
he's
fingers
pissing
now.
or... No, it's just bent like this.
Oh, 2?
Yeah, I think he's still just missing
Let me
these two.
take them.
I don't want people in this room while I'm taking a bath.
Why not?
I like being by myself.
But how do you get the royal balls clean?
I'm done.
And now we come to the matter of the
I think he's gonna
great
die soon,
Iron
right?
Chair.
Oh yeah.
And whose bum is
Ah,
not there?
sweet.
A son!
Daemon.
Rhaenyra, the realm's delight and
I love how it's all male actors. It's funny.
loved
It's like
by
Shakespeare,
all
right?
her people. He has two things Rhaenyra cannot: a conqueror's name
It's a full beard.
and a cock.
Four Copper Street rat in King's Landing, we pay for our pleasures.
Hey, stop!
Street rat.
Wait, I'll find him.
Why are you jumping?
They got me.
Gotcha.
Why?
I was like, oh no, what happened?
Should have said it blew you
Whoa.
away.
Candy cane man.
Yeah, right?
Where's
I
she
am
running?
the pencil.
Princess.
Ooh. That's Lord Strong's son.
James.
Breakbones.
Take care, boy.
Pardon me, Your Grace. The king has requested your presence.
What's this going?
It's a fuck house.
Fuck house. Better than a fuck tent, I guess.
Is it?
I think it's just performers.
Yeah, fuck tent. It's portable. Look at RV.
It's like a fucking kata.
Yeah, maybe.
Karate fans are just fucking horror night now. Oh, it's so good. Look up Akata. Oh, I thought you wanted to like build models. Dude, he is rotting away.
Yeah. Keeps getting cut.
There's the fuck house.
It's the same house.
No, this is you gotta go to the back of the house. The back of the house.
It's through a curtain.
We're going deep into the fuck house.
Getting their money's worth.
There it is. Mm-hmm. I think the tour has come to an end. I like how the music's kind of like.
Yeah.
What should we sound like right now?
I feel like word of that is going to get around. Like the Lannisters had to hide it, right?
Well, yeah. But that's not in their tradition. This is very on brand.
It's weird that they're doing it in public.
But we're deep in the. This is where people go to do shit they're not allowed to do, right? What they said?
Where they come to
Do whatever they want.
Yeah. Kid, go home. Oh.
Street rat.
God damn it. Curse.
It is gross.
He must be so confused.
Door opens, she grabs him, pulls him in.
Like, did I fall asleep standing up again?
Wow.
Yep.
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 She got her tower all buzzed up. You know how long it takes to take all that armor off?
No, the helmet.
It's not the helmet he's thinking about right now.
Or is it? He should be.
I'm gonna be here a while.
Right?
Taking off all the armor. There's a lot of time to think about this. Like for him, you know what I mean?
For him, this is going against his oath. I think they take a vow of celibacy, right? I think it's kind of brilliant to show just how fucking long it takes for them to do this. It's really fun. You gotta keep up that mood the whole time.
It is not an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one fell or something.
No one slipped in.
This one seems better than the last one. But is she abusing her power?
Seems.
Well, I was getting there. Like, does she work for him? Is this like a power abuse thing?
He
You mean,
works
does
for
he work for her?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
You know,
he
like,
does.
now that Daemon's buddy, if he orchestrated this, it's probably not good for her. If this gets out, which it almost surely will.
Here comes Otto, strutting down the steps. What's going on?
The messenger brings word from the White Worm.
The White Worm. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Spy.
The White Worm would be the
brothel.
Master of Whispers, right?
Maybe.
Was the White Worm the place they were at? The building? I hope he's back outside the door and he didn't sleep in the bed.
Is that Daemon sleeping in the barn?
I learned that the skin trade could only take me so far in this life.
Oh, she's the White Worm.
Hard lessons are not welcome, but
Huh.
something.
Oh, he's thinking what to say to tell the king.
Can't wait.
Kind of seals it for the sun.
What is his play?
I have discomforting news. I thought it best shared discreetly before the council. The princess was spied last evening. Beyond the walls of the keep, she was carrying on with her uncle. They were engaged in behaviors unbecoming of a maiden. Daemon and Rhaenyra were seen together in the bowels of a pleasure den. Coupling.
Have this rumour-monger brought before me at once, and I will take their eyes.
As your hand, I must maintain trusted sources of information. This one as yet has never led me astray.
He's so sick with ambition that you would have my daughter stalked, spied upon. Your design are obvious.
Didn't expect this of you,
You wish to
Viserys.
have your blood on the Iron Throne so badly that you are willing to destroy mine own.
I think regardless of the way he took it, it's still the right choice for Otto to tell him he's gonna spiral.
You don't have any hickeys.
Were you with your uncle?
Oh, I haven't seen him in years. He took me to the city of this on the phone.
Tell me the whole of it, Rhaenyra. You fucked Daemon in the pleasure house. You cannot believe such gossip. My father is no gossip. Well, certainly he's been misled. You cannot have witnessed such a thing. Why not? Because it did not happen. It was told. Told. To question my virtue is an act of treason. I do not know specific. But your father did not tell you. He reported it to the king.
We drank in a tavern. Several taverns.
Pub crawl.
Daemon never touched me.
I swear this to you, upon the memory of my mother.
Oh.
Jesus.
It looks a little rough.
Well,
Came in wearing a crown this episode.
yeah.
Should have drank that drink.
My daughter. You defiled her.
When we were Rhaenyra's age, we fucked our way through most of the brothels on the Street of Silk.
We were young men. She's just a girl. Your niece.
Rhaenyra's a woman grown.
What lord will wed her now in this condition?
Who gives a fuck what some lord thinks? You are the dragon. Your word is truth and law.
I have spent a lifetime defending you.
Wed her to me.
You're already wounded.
That didn't stop Aegon the Conqueror from taking a second wife.
You are no conqueror. You are a plague. Go back to the Vale, Daemon. To your lawful wife. Strive to restore whatever scrap of honor remains in you.
It is not in Rhaenyra's nature to be deceitful. I cannot say the same for your brother.
You believe you lie?
How often does he speak the pure truth?
Daemon and Rhaenyra share the blood of the dragon. They're restless and chaotic.
She swore to me that she remains a maiden. And I believe her.
I mean, most of what I heard was that she refuted Daemon.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say
That's the specific question that was asked.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a good sign.
To burn.
She doesn't mean to fire, right?
It's complicated.
Before Evan's death, the last of the Valyrian pyromancers hid his song in the steel.
From my blood come the prince that was promised. And his will be the song of ice and fire.
Jaehaerys would have disinherited you.
For a lie? You've yet to ask me for the truth of what happened.
The truth does not matter, Rhaenyra. Only perception.
I could father a dozen bastards, and no one in your court would blink an eye.
You're right. But you were born a woman.
Sing strictly of my titles and name Aegon in my stead.
I would. Your courtship is at an end. You will wed Selene of Velaryon. And you will do so without protest.
The son of the season.
To make it stronger.
And what will you do about the vulture who perches upon your throne?
What vulture?
Your hands.
Otto.
Otto Hightower has served two kings loyally.
You speak of the conqueror's vision and the need for strength and unity across the realm, but how can that be accomplished with your most trusted advisor so self-interested? I will do my duties and with Sir Laenor. You must first do yours as king.
Jaehaerys named a great royal hunt to celebrate him being named the Hand of the King. 5 days later, my father lay dead.
It was a grim day. I recall it all too well.
It was a good day for you.
That's hardly how I viewed it, Your Grace.
How long did it take you to choose yourself over your king?
Your Grace.
She was a calculated distraction. I only now realize how well calculated it was.
That is an absurdity.
Your judgment has been compromised.
A loyal and must tell his king a discomforting truth from time to time, Your Grace.
The crown in the realm. Both owe you a debt can never be repaid. I can no longer trust your judgment.
Yeah, who do you make hand?
Lord Strong.
That's a lot of heroin.
Plan B.
Milk of the puppy.
I'm sorry, what is that?
Tea, princess. From the king. It will rid you of any unwanted consequences.
I'm surprised they weren't told to make sure she drinks it in front of you. All right, well, this is an episode where people be fucking.
Yep.
With great consequences.
Or not, but yes.
With great power comes great consequences.
And it depends on how you want to put that great. Like, great as in like really bad great, or great as in
Yeah,
sure. Great.
Like Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, Tony the Tiger great.
Wide-reaching consequences.
Yeah, like whoever the fuck Blackwood killed.
He was a
That
Baratheon.
little guy, like he was.
Yeah, dude, I love that kid.
Yeah.
That kid came in, he's like, you know what, fuck y'all, I'm gonna say my shit. And then this guy starts making fun of him, so he stabbed him in the gut. His intestines came out. The tour.
He said he would protect that princess. That
He
guy
did.
kept talking shit.
Did.
All right, fine, here we go.
Yep.
He's easily my favorite.
Gonna talk shit.
Get hit.
He's like Lady Mormont a little bit in that regard. A little older. All right, King of the Narrow Sea. Name of the episode. I like Daemon's shorter hair a little better.
I definitely like it more than his long hair. It didn't fit his face.
Yeah. A lot of the reveals and stuff that happen here is stuff that I remember from the bookish. So,
the bookish,
yeah,
the
a little bit.
bookish.
I mean, like, well, they filled in a lot of gaps, but
Oh, okay,
yeah.
sure. I thought it was interesting. It kind of directly came out and said this, but I didn't think of it before. Before, I was thinking of the king and all of his stuff that he has. Right, he's like really fucked up on his back.
Yeah.
Right, all this like infection and
Yeah.
everything, and it could really be more of like he's being stabbed, so he's, the throne is like rejecting him in a way, so it's like poisoning him, but his hand is like falling off and degrading and killing him. Like, he just got rid of his hand. Like, was Otto degrading and destroying the kingdom or destroying the king?
Otto's
Every
little
morning.
whispers, Otto's little pokes and prods.
Every morning, Otto would walk in there and dribble a little bit of poison shit all over the throne. Every time he cut himself, God dang it.
So I just thought it was interesting them kind of coming out and saying about like, what was it?
Yeah.
I forget what the exact line was. I didn't write it down, but about the hand and what it's doing to him and stuff. Then I thought they were talking about the one hand, but they were talking about the other hand. I was like, oh shit! I forgot they're both called hands.
Yeah, I mean, he literally, it's like the throne rejects him. He can't finish the stag in one thrust. He has to take two, and it barely dies. Like, there's a lot of stuff in here about he didn't even get the white heart, right? The white heart came to her.
The dragons reject him.
Yeah, he's not a dragon rider.
He's not a dragon rider.
Like every aspect of him is like maybe someone else should be king.
It's just one of those things. A good man not make a good king sometimes.
Sure.
Like, it seems like he's a decent dude. He has a lot of responsibility. He takes that seriously.
Yeah.
Like, he's not out there killing fucks like Daemon was in the first episode.
Platter.
What?
Scrotum. You brought it up like every other episode but this one. And now you ridicule me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's talking about the scrotum on the platter.
At least in the first half, I would say, like, Rhaenyra just seemed like she was just having a good time, and I enjoyed watching that. Like, when she was booing, like, Fox News on the street, oh, boo! That's hilarious. I love that.
Booing Fox News on the street?
Yeah, they were serving their own.
Yeah, because the 3-year-old apparently has a cock, and she was like, no, it's not real.
Lies.
I like seeing, like, King's Landing nightlife. That was fun. I mean, more than what we.
I love the guys like, wow, his hands are just on fire.
Yeah,
they're literally just on fire. He's wearing gloves.
Like, there's a tightrope guy. Then there's this guy just like passed out in the street. And they're robbing him.
I thought he was stabbed, but
he might have been
He
stabbed.
could have been stabbed, but we might have missed that.
No one cared that he was stabbed, though.
I wanted to hear what the lady with no eyes was gonna say. Would you wish to know your death, child? Sure. Yeah. What you got?
It's always very.
How'd she know that she was a child?
I know, right? Like, there's
Maybe
magic.
her other senses have improved, so she heard Rhaenyra's voice and knew that it was a child's voice.
I mean, she's a woman, though, right? Like, she's not a child.
I mean, she's a young woman.
I would say she's
Either-
17, 18.
Yeah, I would say 17 or 18.
Hey,
Either she's a young woman or a younger boy.
She can't rent a car.
I don't know how much time
But
passed.
she can roll
Absolutely
around.
not.
There was one line
She
in
couldn't
here.
even rent a horse.
There was one line in here
No, she's
implying they
princess.
had to
She's
see
totally-
each other for 4 years.
Well, the last time I saw each other was on the bridge.
Yeah.
Of the dragons, right?
And then
So
last
it's been 4
episode
years
we
since
had
then.
yeah. So I think
He
it's been
said
a year
about-
since last episode.
He had said about something about your time as a princess over these 4 years.
Yeah.
So I think it's since she's been like dead, like I don't know, dictated to be the heir.
Oh, I thought you meant since you last saw her.
No, I don't think so.
That happened in the same year, though, right? Her getting Swornfield D2 and her taking the dragon out.
It was like 6 months later.
Okay.
The end of the first episode
Yeah.
was the swearing her in
Because
thing.
he had been at
And then
Dragonstone for quite
the
a
next
few
episode
months
was
before,
Dragonstone, and then after they had Dragonstone, the next episode was Crab Feeder, and then this one.
which they
So
defeated the rest of the
Corsairs.
Corsairs and the Stepstones.
Mhm.
So I think this
King
is
of the Narrow Sea.
about 4 years after the end of the first episode.
Yeah.
Is where we're sitting at. I think.
I think so. So the king has 3 children now, right? Because
Yes.
Alicent would have had the second baby, and that was a big baby.
Oh.
She has big children.
Including Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
Yes. With Alicent, still 2.
3 total.
3 total.
Daenerys has agreed to marry. Wow.
Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra.
The sea snake?
The son of the sea snake.
Leonor.
Yeah.
Whose father is allying himself with the
Free Cities?
Bravos.
The shipmaster of Bravos.
Yeah. Well, and the Free Cities, you're right. But yeah, the shipmaster, which, I mean, we know they got some crazy shit over in Bravos. They have the 1,000-faced god and the faceless men and all that stuff, you know?
Many-faced god.
Yeah, that could be fun to see that type of stuff.
That's what Arya was for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jack and Hagar. It's curious what they're doing with the Catspaw Dagger. Like now, like they put it in the fire and it even has a message.
It's quite cool.
Yeah, it was Aegon the Conqueror's now. It's funny. The more history importance they try to put in that thing, because granted, it was the thing that kills the Night King, right? I think they're just trying to like up people's disappointment with how that worked.
Oh, he got stabbed with a fucking dagger?
Yeah, but the more important they make it, the funnier it is that Joffrey gave it to some guy to go kill Bran.
Yeah.
Joffrey took it from his dad, gave it to a guy that just stabbed the scribble.
I guess so, yeah. But it's like to him, it didn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean
right?
shit.
He didn't
I
know.
know.
He didn't know the story being passed down. He didn't know anything.
It
about
just makes the kid
Targaryen
dumber.
blade. Well, yeah, I
You know?
guess, or ignorant, or
sure,
uncaring of what it meant to the Targaryens.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's the old kings. Who cares? Here, go kill that cripple.
It's funny to think of the first time we saw it, you know, in the shows, is that it's just a like. It must be one of the most identifiable daggers in the realm. You know, it's like, why would a random guy have this fucking thing? It would only come from the king, you know?
Maybe.
But no one knows about it.
Yeah, and say if it's like something that the king keeps secret, but it's being passed down.
Well,
it's
secret-
not something everyone is looking at.
He also wears it.
He
To
does.
be fair, Robert Baratheon would not have, even if it was still a thing that the Targaryen kings always wear it. Like the Mad King must have had it, right? Because
Sure.
that is
Probably.
Well, that's probably where Jamie got it from.
Yeah, it's
right?
like having this is like you're the keeper of this knowledge is kind of what they're talking about. So the Mad King would have had it, and I guess Robert probably wouldn't have. So maybe it just showed up in the king's stuff, and Joffrey's like, "This is cool. Kill this kid with it."
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, sure.
Like if the Northmen had taken out England and get Excalibur.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm king now.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
This doesn't pick.
Yeah.
Fuck this
sword.
Excalibur. Yeah. Sticking a rock somewhere.
But then it was
Let
special,
rust.
and it could kill the great evil at the end or whatever, because it was Excalibur or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's possible. And Vikings just showed up and killed all the knights. Don't care about the sword or some shit. I don't know.
What do you guys think Otto's gonna do next?
Retire.
Just retire.
I
back
think
over
he's
town?
going to retaliate.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still in a pretty good position. Like, his daughter is queen.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. And Rhaenyra seems to be
Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra seems to be self-destructive. So, like, maybe he doesn't even need to do anything.
Sure,
She just sinks her own ship.
but if he released this knowledge publicly, then it would kind of clinch it for his grandson.
Well, that's why also the king is doing what he's doing right now, right?
Yeah.
It's like
He's discrediting him.
Well, there's the discredit, but it's like it's all the perception. So
Yeah.
if it's going to be perceived this way, whether you say you did it or not. So we have to play this game, and you're going to be married to this guy now.
We have to spin.
Spin to win.
So yeah, I don't know what he'll do exactly. I don't know what.
It's just, you know, I know that it's not surprising because this is how most of the world worked, you know, during civilization in our times, but she's so right in terms of that double standard of like, well, you guys went out and you fucked all over town, you know, I can't because you put some type of value on virginity for a girl, you know? Like, we can send young men out to die and destroy their bodies, but my body is used for this, you know? Everybody gets used, but not necessarily at the same standard.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely see her frustration and why she's lying about everything. She's just fucking lying to everybody, you know? Like, bam, there's a lot for you, bam!
Well,
I swear on my mother's grave.
When she said that, it's like, he didn't touch me. I was like, well...
Yeah.
And then later on, when she was like, she said that she was still a maiden. And I'm like, did we skip a part there? Because I just heard her refuting the Daemon thing.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't ask about no
Well,
guard.
they didn't know about the guard.
Kristen
They didn't know about
Yeah.
Socorro.
So, that there. I'm just waiting for him, like, every time he's opening the door, like, to the king, like...
Yeah.
Just...
Dude, Daemon, if he knew about that, like, because that guy's already beat him in the tournament, you know?
He was there when he got
and
his
then
egg
he
taken
can't
away.
get off, and then he, you know, like... Damn.
Yep.
That was one thing I was wondering, too, is with what they were doing, why Daemon, like, got frustrated and stopped. Is it, like...
I think he can't.
He has an issue, right?
He has an issue. He couldn't get off in the first episode we saw him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, he wouldn't be able to have an heir. Right?
Presumably not.
Like, he doesn't have one now.
Yeah.
Like, if he becomes king, the bloodline will end with him, so they'll have to go to, like, the cousins or, you know, whatever it was going to be before.
Mm-hmm.
To the queen who never was.
I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad that he didn't here because it doesn't, like, you know, because if he just can't get off on anybody but his niece, well, he's real weird now, you know? But
Sure.
It's a personal problem he has. And it makes sense why he's just so high-strung and I really did.
Self-destructive.
I loved the scene of him and his brother just kind of like shooting the shit in the Godswood. I thought that was really fun.
Do you want to see the tapestries? He doesn't care about the tapestries.
Yeah, they were just so happy to be together despite all the bullshit. You can tell they just like each other. It's just that this guy's king, and he literally, you can see it wear down on his shoulders, and this guy just can't fucking get off, you know? He's just so frustrated.
No wonder they're both so angry.
No. But they do like each other.
I also get him wanting to marry, though, the niece, because that would just help solidify his...
He would be king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if she is the heir, but he's also the other possible heir, like, now you're just like, hey, they're together, king and queen. There you go.
Mobius strip.
Yeah. And, I mean, while, you know, the Faith and Westeros, the Andals, like, they look at that and be like, huh? You know? Targaryens came over here and conquered, and it was a brother and two sisters, you know? It's like, what are you going to do? We got fucking dragons. We can do what we want. So, it wouldn't have been a deal breaker like it would be for James the Lannisters. One who is married to the king and the other who is sworn celibacy. I think, I should check that. I think the Kingsguard swear celibacy.
Man, really?
Oh, I think they addressed it in the last episode in the King's Wood.
The wall definitely is.
They can't even go...
Yeah.
Yeah. They can't even go to, like, the whorehouses? The brothels?
And they do. But I think they're supposed to not.
They're supposed to not.
Just,
I think he said, like, before he took his oaths as a Kingsguard, he could have married a common girl.
the answer is, in theory, yes. Officially, yes. In actuality, no. Not one of them.
Not one of them?
At least not for most of them. Some people were like, I think Barristan Selmy's probably the only one
I was going to say.
that took it seriously.
Which one's that?
Barristan
He was
Selmy
the
with
sweet
the
older
harpies,
guy.
right?
Yeah,
The
the
greatest
old guy.
knight.
Even now, I could cut through this 9 of you like cutting through cake.
I don't know. I think I could see...
Or 5.
the dude from Lucifer. I think I could see him like taking it seriously and
Yeah,
whatever that guy's name is.
Harold Westerling.
Yeah, that sounds right. Like that guy. I don't know if it's because of the priest thing, and then here he's like this cool knight.
No,
It's the beard, dude.
It's the accent too.
I keep thinking when I see him of the one guy from Hellsing.
Paladin Anderson.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh.
I keep thinking of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Have you seen Hellsing?
just the Van Helsing Bridge. Or
Just
whatever
the
it is.
bridge.
Is it Helsing Bridge?
Hellsing.
Yeah.
Hellsing.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I said it right.
Gotcha. This most holy blade.
Just the abridged thing, but I think of him because he was like a knight, but he was like kind of a priesty.
He was an Iscariot.
and I was like,
The Iscariot organization.
he'd be scared.
Damn,
That guy would be great for that.
Yeah.
I believe it. I don't know
Oh
why.
yeah, I'd watch that. Who would be Alucard?
I don't know.
Like who could do it?
I don't really have an answer for that
I
one.
don't think there's anybody.
You can't replicate that voice.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Too good.
Too good.
Who's the voice?
Who does the voice?
Because it's probably not the same in
Crispin.
in the bridge.
Glover.
Glover?
What's a Glover could do?
It's Itachi.
Yeah.
Oh, Kirei?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Great voice.
Oh, fuck.
Crispin Freeman. Maybe.
That sounds
his name?
familiar.
Martin Freeman.
I think it's definitely Crispin, and I think it's Freeman.
We had
It's
a
weird you don't know him from Helsing.
No,
I know. I've only seen.
I only saw the abridged.
We have a kind of like I don't know if there's an official Master of Whispers on the council at this point. You know, like Viserys is in Game of Thrones, but we do have the White Worm, which seems to be kind of like a spy.
You might not have that.
agency. Yeah.
And that's something that they decide, you know what, we should have this
Yeah.
person on our, like, it's
Payroll.
the intelligence one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Essentially. Like, they just, like, any secrets and rumors and stuff, here's what it is.
Yeah, it's just funny that it's like, how dare you spy on, and then later Viserys literally he spies on everybody.
Little birds.
Yeah.
They do have an official tea maker though.
Yeah, they do. Plan B.
Plan B tea.
Plan T.
Antique.
Damn, that's good. All right, let's check out some Q&As for this episode. See what people were talking about.
Bet it's fucking.
It's probably fucking.
They're fucking
I
talking?
feel like I should have been more disgusted when those two were kissing, but I'm just so used to it's Targaryens.
That's why, like, in the next one, I'm like, this one seems a little better.
Yeah.
But is there an abuse of power happening here? Like, is this knight, like, he's like, I don't want to do this. I shouldn't be doing this.
I just have berserk flashbacks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, this is the beginning of the end.
How much? I wonder how much is that true? Like, how much did he not want to do it, but he can't really?
Sure.
you
Like,
know?
I'm thinking about it in like, if the king was
Yeah.
doing it, if, like, the maiden came in,
Yeah.
and he's like, ho, and he's kissing her, and then, like, come on, and they start doing that thing. Is there, like, an abuse of power in a way that's happening there that...
She can have her dragon eat him.
Sure, yeah, yeah. You're right.
All right, so over at Twitter, hashtag HotDQnA.
I want eaten, or you get eaten.
I was gonna make that joke.
Oh yeah,
I know.
No Q&A. Dip PG says, "Stop swearing on that poor dead woman. Last week it was the king. This week it's Rhaenyra. Swearing on dead people makes me uncomfortable, especially if it's a lie."
Oh, did the king do it too? I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he swore to Rhaenyra that he would not replace her.
He wouldn't defer.
Right?
Well, he hasn't yet, right?
yet.
Yeah.
It's not a lie. So,
Question: with Hightower not being the hand of the king anymore, who do you think the king will choose as his next hand? And who would you choose from the characters we've met so far?
Tywin.
Tywin Lannister?
Lannister?
The guy that tells it straight.
I would have
No,
said...
Strong tells us straight.
Strong?
Lannister, I don't know if I trust Lannister. I don't know
Wait.
him well.
I thought he
Lord
was.
Strong. With the two sons, like one is at the strongest knight and the other one is like...
He's got like
Has a
the
limp.
bushier
He's
hair.
the master of coin,
Yeah.
right?
Is he?
Stark.
Just a Stark.
just
Just
pick
the
one.
guy that we saw
go get
that looked mad.
Go get a Stark.
That
Blackwood.
always hands out.
Blackwood.
Blackwood.
Little
the kid
Blackwood.
who-
Blackwood, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? Ah! He starts stabbing everybody in the corner. Ah!
During the feast, I would have said Daemon, but now I think that's much less likely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, in the first quarter of the
Yeah.
episode, I've been like,
Yeah.
you know, do it.
Yeah.
I say, yeah, I think it's Lionel Strong. Is his
Lionel.
first name.
That. Yeah.
No, we
sounds
did
right.
see his son Harwin like, briefly in an alleyway, and they called him Breakbones last
This
episode.
episode?
Yeah, he was just like randomly ran into it. I think that was him.
Oh,
I thought
the
it was
guard?
a Gold Cloak at first, but I think that she said Harwin, Lord Harwin.
Sir
Sir
Harwin.
one, yeah. They said last week he's like the strongest knight in the realm.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of like let it go, right?
Yeah.
Get out of here, boy.
Yeah.
He called me boy. I love that part. She was having so much fun.
Well, yeah, being the second most famous person in the realm.
Yeah.
And you get to run around completely anonymously. That would be...
Until she took it all off and tried to fuck her uncle.
The uncle
She should have
took
kept it on.
The uncle took it off.
I guess.
And she lost the hat, and then everyone recognized her.
Yeah.
Sir, what's his name, Kristen? Whenever she shows back up, he's like, the fuck?
Oh, man.
What just happened?
Man.
I've been at this door all night.
He went from, I'm going to lose my job to...
I'm definitely going to lose my job.
Definitely going to, yeah.
He would lose his life.
Manny Sucksat Life says, I don't remember long scenes in Game of Thrones without any dialogue. So far, we have had a long fight and fuck scene, and I love them both. What are your thoughts on this style of storytelling? More actions than words. Do you prefer this or Game of Thrones style, where you can dissect the dialogue? I mean, show don't tell is always a good rule to apply. I quite enjoyed that it took them so long to get undressed. I thought that was fun.
I think it's pretty realistic.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think that's part of why they were laughing so much during that scene. It's like, man, this is a pain in the ass.
Yeah. But yeah, there was a lot of just kind of characters experiencing stuff around them rather than speaking. I liked it. I thought it was fine. Not all the time, but certainly like in the Up All Night episode.
Sure. The Alicent just no words scene wasn't very comfortable.
It was not. No, it wasn't.
The hour is late.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yes, my queen.
I mean, I think, that scene works for her character and stuff. I just wish she would have walked into his room and he's like, oh, you came! He's still working on his model. Look at the new train I got.
Train?
Oh, like a baggage train, sorry.
Oh. Like a choo-choo train. It runs on blood.
They're fine.
Yeah, but they don't have...
Gus Gus says, I love the contrast between Daemon and Kristen's scenes with Rhaenyra. One is driven by lust and the other by love. What are some of your favorite Game of Thrones romances and relationships? My favorite relationship has always been Jaime and Brienne until they just threw it in the trash along with Jaime's character.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
Like, they threw it in the trash and lit on fire, and then rocks hit it.
And him.
You think Christian was love?
I think that there's a certain element of, well, not on her part, but on his part, I think that he's infatuated, yeah.
Who?
Kristen.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the way he,
Christian. And I was like,
yeah, I just think like the way that he's playing the scene is like, I shouldn't do this. I know I shouldn't, but I really like this girl.
I think he's smitten.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go with John and Ygritte.
Ygritte? That was a good one.
That's
Those two are still together, right? Those actors?
I think the
believe
actors
so.
are, yeah.
They got married last year or whatever.
There's something between Arya and the king who's not the king. Was that the blacksmith boy?
Yeah.
Gendry.
Gendry, yeah.
Gendry
There's
Baratheon.
like a little bit there.
Well, they got together, but
I was kind of thinking
she
like,
was just
maybe
like,
that would be something,
I have
but
to go with Tyrion and himself.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
in his drink.
Yeah, it is true. The Hound and Chicken. Are we ever chicken in this room? Yeah, the last one's Taylor Bryant, who just said, I've seen some people saying that Rhaenyra manipulated Kristen because technically she has the power, and he can't exactly say no to her. I didn't see it that way, but what do you guys think? Also, how long do you think it takes to take the armor off?
Yeah, he has no good options there.
No.
Either he does it,
Yeah.
or he doesn't do it, and she says he did it, and then he dies.
Yeah.
Well, it
Or
doesn't,
dies for any number of reasons.
if it doesn't do it, it could just cause problems between those two.
Yeah.
You know, it makes
I
it
would
more
say it would
awkward.
cause more problems for him. She would say, like, I don't want him as my Kingsguard anymore, and then he would lose his position. I don't think it would serve her well to say he did it, because then it would ruin her reputation as well.
Well, she just like secretly says it to the father, and the father finds like a reason to.
I think it just comes down to how he felt about the whole situation, really. You know, was he being, like, pushed into something he felt like he had to do, or is that what he wanted to do?
I think it's something that he really wanted to do, but he knows he shouldn't, which makes it better. for him.
That's kind of what I got from it, because he was like,
fruit, yeah.
he wasn't.
Makes you sick.
Or it gives you the knowledge of good and evil.
There's a tricky element because, like, while I feel like there's a chemistry between those two, and that they both are interested in each other, when you have that little power dynamic thing, you want
to. It's a big power dynamic.
You want to, well, yeah. When you have the power dynamic kind of thing, it really
it gums up the
skews.
Yeah,
because like you don't want that to be used to force people to do things that they don't want to do.
Yeah.
But when there's situations where like it feels more natural between the two, like.
And even if he did want it that time, like, what if he doesn't want it in the future?
Sure. It's like that time it was good, and they didn't get caught as such, but he is so stressed out, he's not getting sleep. Like, he needs a simpler life right now.
He walked around with
every
all
time
day.
he opens the door and the king's there, he's like...
He just wants to go back to war.
Yeah, right?
Unless they were smart enough to, like, burn those sheets.
Yeah.
I feel like the ladies in waiting would have figured something out. That's part of their job.
Maybe it didn't stay in the bed.
Maybe.
If she sweared on her mother's grave, I would make sure I got rid of any evidence.
Sure.
Be like, what'd you burn the sheets for? It's like, I'm a Targaryen.
Fire and blood. What the hell?
I immediately went to Otto. We had a poll. Who do you think will be made hand of the king?
I don't feel like I have a very big list of names.
What are you talking about?
Can you make a dragon a hand of the king?
I don't think so. I don't think you can.
You just said anyone.
That's not a person. It's an animal.
It's not to them.
What about Master of Ships?
Lord
Corlys? The other Lannister?
No.
Talking about Corlys?
Yeah.
Corlys.
Like bring him back and
bring him back and promote him.
I think that's pretty fair. Yeah, I mean, he might not.
He was already Master of Ships.
I know, but
yeah,
hand
but now
is
he's
higher.
the hand. Dun dun.
And they have a new Master of Ships.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's
Some other
been
guy-
slighted.
Some
so
other
you have
guy
to
was
make it
shitting
up.
with ships.
That guy doesn't know shit about ships.
I know, but you don't want to piss off the Lannisters.
That's it. It's another guy, but
You
he's
do.
got shitty ships.
He's arrogant.
But what?
I say Lord Strong. I think he's the only one.
Someone we don't know.
Someone else.
Yep.
Someone
Somebody
else? Huh.
Like bring in a Stark.
We met a Stark.
Yeah, he was cold and angry.
Yeah, bring in a cool one then.
He was hot and angry.
What do you say, Calvin?
I don't know. I was thinking maybe the White Worm.
As the
White Worm?
hand?
As the hand of the
Really?
king.
Maybe.
Ridiculous.
Huh.
Knows how the world
Tinfoil
works.
hat.
Yeah. Just get
I
that.
don't want that shit.
Put
I
it
want,
on, no,
I want
Calvin.
full ridicule and full credit.
Alright, I will ridicule the fuck out of it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this reaction to House of the Dragon. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on next week's episode. Also, poll, full length, all that stuff down at patreon.com/blindwave, description below. Calvin, no, I don't want it. You eat it.
Would you like a jelly, baby?
Please subscribe. See you guys next time.